Hey guys, welcome to the stream space. Again, we haven't done one of these in a while. So anyways, welcome. We're going to be reviewing... Now, bear in mind it is open because my son could not wait to play a couple rounds of these with me. But we got the new V Battle decks for the Pokemon Go kind of sub-expansion that they've been doing. They have an Elite Trainer box to go with it. That is coming, but we will also be putting our Astral Radiance Elite Trainer box video out as well. Anyway, so we got this. This has both the Mel Metal and Mewtwo V Battle decks. So, you know, they utilize different strategies. I find that I played both of them to kind of get a feel for each of them, and I'm going to say I'm leaning towards Psychic a little bit. It's a little more aggressive than the Steel deck. However, the Steel deck has a lot of slow burn reset strategies in play. So, for example, it has a Magirna that can actually let you put your hand back into the deck and then pull 6 new cards. So you can constantly be playing, like, it ends your turn because it's an attack, but you still get to constantly reset your potential strategy sets. So, just, that one was fun. I enjoyed that one. That's me, though. So, anyways, we got these two to review. So, what the box comes with is it comes with both V-Battle decks and their completion, all the way down to their playmat that's custom to them, and their coin, which is also custom to them. But it includes a few extra goodies, like some stickers, and 2 booster packs to the new Go series. So, let's pop this open. We're going to do the V-Battle stuff first. We're going to go through the decks. They're a little faster than the actual pulls themselves. So, and then we're going to open and show you all the stuff that this comes with. So, first up is, we'll do Mel Metal. So, as you can see, that's Mel Metal's specialized coin. V-Battle decks are cool because they give you those really cool custom, like, playmats. And I would have to say the playmats that come with these ones are a little bit tougher and a little bit prettier. So let's go. I'll show you. Here's the playmat. Here's the playmat it comes with. So that's the back. So obviously that's poster worthy. But this is the playmat itself. Okay. So that's the Mel Metal playmat. I think it looks really cool. I really like it. I love V-Battle decks. They really do elevate kind of the strategy of learning a new type of deck, and I mean, they may be beginner level decks, but they're actually pretty nasty in how they fight. So we'll go through the Mel Metal deck, and as you guys know the rules for this, basically we will go through each new card individually, and then we will skip duplicates, so that way we're not wasting anyone's time. So, okay, so we'll kind of draw from it like we're actually playing, and then go from there. Okay, so first up, so obviously this is a Steel type deck, so it comes with an abundance of Steel type energies. Nothing special about them, just normal Steel energies. So I'm going to skip. Okay, here's the big star himself, the big man, Mel Metal. Mel Metal V, specifically. It's a Steel-type V Pokemon with 220 HP and 2 attacks. His first attack is Arm Charge. You may attach a Steel energy from your hand to this Pokemon. That costs 2 Steel-type energies, and it does shell out 50 damage, but then there's that add effect of being able to add an extra energy to your Pokemon. It makes him a little more battle-worthy. Meaning is also that his next attack is actually ready in that moment, which his next attack is actually Mega Punch. Good old classic Mega Punch. 140 damage at the cost of 3 Steel energy. So obviously if you can do the first attack, you can prepare for the second attack. It's weak against fire, resistant to grass, and a retreat cost of 3. That's also a promo card, so there's probably live versions out in the Pokemon Go subs expansion, but that one specifically is a promo. So we got a Pokemon Go inspired card called Lure Module. This is a trainer item card. This one's actually pretty cool, but it is a double-edged sword. So here's the effect. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck and puts all Pokemon they find there into their hand. Then each player shuffles the other cards back into their deck. So basically, you get to both do this. So you both get to use and utilize that effect, so it's kind of nice. You get to kind of pull cards from your deck, and you get to kind of like have a little bit of a reset strategy. So if you need an extra Pokemon, you're down to the last, you only got your active, your bench is empty, and you pull a Pokemon from this, awesome, you can put it down. It doesn't discriminate. It can be a stage 1, 2, evolution, baby, whatever. Okay, so next up, okay, we got Barry. Barry's well, basically this is is your rival in, you know, Diamond and Pearl. So he allows you to draw 3 cards, and he's basically, whenever there's a rival card, it always seems to let you draw extra cards. So I'm cool with that. So Steel Energy. If I skip any of them, you've probably already seen it. Okay. Next new card is a Golerian Meowth. Golerian Meowth's a basic steel type with 70 HP. He has 2 attacks. First one is Growl, which allows, it's costing 1 steel energy, and it allows, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks do 20 less damage before applying weakness and resistance. So you can really soften the blow until he's actually ready to fight back. His next attack is Slash for 2 colorless energies at the cost of doing 20 damage. He's weak against fire, resistant to grass, and a retreat cost of 1. Next up, Metal Saucer. This is an old school. This is actually a pretty old school card, but Metal Saucer essentially allows you to pull a steel energy from your discard pile and put it on one of your bench Pokemon. So it's pretty handy if, you know, you're already loaded up on that front guy, you've already used your energy for the turn, and you want to do one more. So awesome. Galarian Meowth. Again, we've already went through him, so we're not going to go through him again. Barry again. So like I said, this has got a lot of strategies that will help you stay afloat in terms of obtaining cards, and it's got a lot of ways for you to get new ones. Speaking of a card that I mentioned earlier in the video, we have Magirna. This card is actually really not bad. Magirna is a Steel-type basic Pokemon with 90 HP. He has 2 attacks. Overhaul, which allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 6 cards. So while it ends your turn, it still allows you the opportunity to reset your hands, or if you have nothing in your hand, then you can add stuff to your hand. So that's really an awesome ability for the cost of 1 steel energy. I mean, you really can't go wrong, especially if you're perhaps running low on energies. It actually helped me in the match that I used this deck, where I was able to use this to replenish my energies. I did this ability and went from having none to having, I think I had like 3 in my hand at that point out of the 6 cards I pulled, so that was pretty awesome. We got the next attack, which is Wind Up Cannon, which is a 10 plus attack for the cost of 1 steel and 1 colorless energy. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So the more of the bench they have, the more damage you do, and it's even better if you have weakness. Barry. Reminds me of that thing from Thomas Sanders, Barrier. Great Ball. Great Ball is a classic. Basically, it allows you to pick up 7 cards and pick a Pokemon of any kind from that group, and then you reveal it and shovel the cards back into your deck. And yeah, I did that without looking at the card because I know the card. There are 4 of them in the deck, by the way. Look, another one. And another one. Congratulations, you played yourself. Good old classic. Next card is Switch. Switch is it's an item card, which as a reminder between the difference between items and supporters, and tools. Tools are basically like equipment. Items are reusable, and supporters are character cards that you can only use once per turn and not in the first 2 turns of the game between you and your opponent. So, anyways, trainer item Switch is basically allows you to switch an active Pokemon with a bench Pokemon. You get to swap between the 2, and it is really handy, especially if you're trying to protect a Pokemon you don't want them to damage. Another Lure Module. Again, I actually really love that card. It saved me a few times. Steel Energy. Steel Energy. Magirna. Having several Magirnas is nice too, and it also adds to the Pokedex if you didn't have that already. Barry, upcoming series that we're going to be doing for our Friday video, actually, is we are going to be doing a video where we create a Pokedex out of the cards I already have and start kind of creating a list of, oh shit, I don't have that. So, I don't imagine that we're going to be doing a whole lot of, oh shit, I don't have that. I think I have over 2,000 cards, but we'll see. Pidove, basic normal type Pokemon with 60 HP from the Pokemon Go expansion. Has a really cool, like, 3D art. See if you can get in there. Yeah, anyways, sitting on a park bench. It's actually pretty cool. Very cute. 2 attacks. First attack is Growl, same as Golerian Meowth. Reduces damage by 20 without applying weakness and resistance. The next attack, however, is Flap for 20 damage at the cost of 2 colorless energies. That doesn't have an effect. It's weak against lightning, resistant to fighting types, and a retreat cost of 1. Now, this is really cool. Cobalion. It comes with a few of these. He's legendary, and it's really cool to see him in a deck. So, anyways, Cobalion is a basic Steel-type Pokemon with 120 HP, and has 2 attacks. First one is Headbang, because it was just funnier to say Headbang versus Headbutt. Maybe they got a problem with the word butt. Everybody's got a butt. Opinions like assholes. Everyone has one. 40 damage at the cost of 1 Steel and 1 colorless. His next attack is Metal Slash for 130 damage, so he can pull his weight in a fight pretty nicely. So, anyways, yeah, Metal Slash. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack, so, I mean, that's kind of a drawback. Basically, you may want to 1-2 them, start with Headbang, and then use Metal Slash as a secondary. It sucks that it means you can't attack at all. That costs 2 Steel energies and 1 colorless energy. Weak against fire, resistant to grass, and a retreat cost of 2. So, I mean, not bad. Steel energy. Bugcatcher, a new trainer card. Draw 3 cards, flip a coin. If heads, draw 2 more cards. Now the thing is it basically functions like the gym trainer card or whatever, and basically makes it so that if you do well, if you get that good coin, you get 4 new cards instead of 2. That's pretty handy. Evolution Incense. This is an oldie, but a goodie. Evolution Incense is an item trainer card that lets you search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and reveal it and put it in your hand. And then you gotta, of course, shuffle your deck. So, pretty much anytime you go through, you gotta shuffle it. I don't know many cards that actually let you go through it without doing that. Next up is Shauna. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5 cards. I mean, not a bad little effect. Okay, next up is Tranquil. Tranquil is a Stage 1 normal-type Pokemon with 80 HP that evolves from Pidove. It's like Pokemon Go with some pretty sleek artwork. Aerial Ace is its first attack for 1 colorless energy and 20 damage, and you get to... It's 20-plus attack, by the way. Flip a coin if heads, this attack does 20 more damage. The next attack is Flap for 30 damage at the cost of 2 colorless energies. It's weak against lightning, resistance to fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Next up, Steel Energy. Golerian Berserker. Berserker is, well, I don't know why they say Golerian, because it's the only way you can get a Golerian Berserker is to get a Golerian Meowth. It only evolves in one direction. So anyways, Golerian Berserker is a Stage 1 Steel type with 120 HP. It evolves from Meowth, Golerian Meowth specifically. First attack, Call to Muster, is 1 Steel energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies, then attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. That's actually pretty handy. Here we have it again, Headbang, with this time 480 damage at the cost of 3 colorless energies. Weak against fire, resistant to nothing, and a retreat resistant to grass and a retreat cost of 1. Okay. So yeah, we're going through the decks. We're just this part's a little slow. Berserker again. Meowth again. So I think we're going to be hitting a lot of duplicates at this point. But then we got the Mewtwo deck. And there's a bit of a cool thing, is it came with 2 booster packs from the Go series. So I'm excited to pull those open and see what we get. It's kind of like the Celebrations series, which people are trying to sell for $400 for an ETB, and I was like, fuck you. I think the scalping needs to stop. So yeah, we're running all bunch into cards that we've all seen before. Unpheasant is probably the only card we haven't seen yet. Speaking of, Unpheasant. Unpheasant's a Stage 2 normal type Pokemon with 140 HP and evolves from Tranquil. Has 2 attacks. First is Gust for 30 damage and 1 colorless energy. Hurricane Wing for 70 times damage, 2 colorless energies, flip 4 coins. This attack does 70 damage for each coin, so you're at the potential of doing 20 or 280 damage if you can get all of those. Weakness, lightning, resistant to fighting, retreat cost of 1. Berserker. Unpheasant, or Tranquil. That's what I meant. Incense. Energy. Great Ball. Golerian Berserker. Lure Module. Steel Energy. Shauna. Steel Energy. So they don't skimp on the energies, at least. Run out of cards here. Bugcatcher. So a good amount of duplicates. A lot of Pokemon decks that are pre-constructed are duplicates, so that kind of sucks. Steel. Unpheasant. And again, Unpheasant is part of the Go series. And finally, one of the last ones. Egg Incubator. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it on your bench, and shuffle your deck. If tails, put this Egg Incubator on the bottom of your deck instead of the discard pile. Great Ball. Incubator. So doing the Mewtwo deck will actually be quite fast. Because it actually is very similar to this one. And then the last 2 cards, Pidove and Steel Energy. So I think if I had my choice, I would actually replace Pidove with Corviknight. You know, I think Corviknight would be a better choice. And his evolutionary line to fit into a Steel-type deck. I don't typically take these ones apart, though. I actually keep all the V-Battles in place. They are particularly handy, especially for training. Especially, I'm teaching my son how to play, as I mentioned. So that kind of concludes the Mel Metal Deck. So let's go look at the Mewtwo deck. So, again, it comes in a nifty little... It just comes in 2 of these, so you don't get the boxes for the V-Battle decks, but you do get the little containers of all their stuff. So here's the first thing it'll show you. That's the coin. Now, it's actually kind of cool because I already have a Mewtwo coin, but this one's literally, it's white and purple, and I actually really like that. So anyways, let's get into the playmat. I've already seen what the playmat looks like in one way, so let's show you. So there's the Mewtwo playmat. Whoop, I dropped that. It's the Mewtwo playmat. Looks pretty sweet. So as this one's going to be a fair bit quicker. And now as a reminder, like you get your basic fare with every deck. You get this, you get these, you get the battle cards, so you can download the digital version of the deck, which I'm actually excited to do because I actually do play a Pokemon trading card game and actually quite like it. So there's the deck box. And I didn't really show you the Mel Metal one, but let's take a quick look at that. I don't tend to keep these containers. I usually keep the deck itself. Mel Metal's deck is... Oh, there's Mel Metal. I'm honestly surprised I don't have one of the Mel Metals yet because... Yeah, I've done a lot of I mean, Melmetal's, yeah, there's a bunch of extra stuff in there we'll go over shortly here. Anyway, so let's go through the Mewtwo deck. So as I said, any cards we've reviewed already are going to be skipped over. I will make sure to go through new cards in detail with you as we come across them. Same goes for the booster packs because we have so many, so few of that particular expansion set. We'll get to go through a lot of those. So, without further ado, let's get this one started. Psychic Energies, you're going to see a lot of those come through. Obviously, with it being a Psychic-themed deck. Great Ball, familiar with that guy. Another Bug Catcher. So they use a lot of the same trainer cards. You can obviously modify that to spice up the deck a little bit, add some extra effects in there. Maybe gear. Let's see, that's where like a Pokemon deck's playstyle is really determined. It's obviously you can theme the moves and stuff as you build your deck. But you want to make sure that you build your trainer cards to kind of either complement that or accent it, and that way you can build a specific type of strategy. So I have a friend whose strategy is behind the bench damage. So basically they're benched Pokemon, but not only does he hit the guy in front of you, he hits everything behind you as well, meaning your Pokemon take relatively even damage, and every single one that gets put out is at the potential of being one-shot. So, Lure Module, again, we are familiar. The real thing here, so there's a Great Ball. Here we go. Lunatone, one of the first new Pokemon in this set. This is the Pokemon Go artwork. Basic Lunatone Psychic Pokemon with 90 HP. 2 attacks. First is Cycle Draw, sorry. 1 Psychic Energy. You get to discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. I mean, 1 for 3 ain't half bad. Especially if you can't use the card or whatever. Maybe their base form's been killed or something. Moon Kinesis is the second attack for 30 plus damage. Costs 3 colorless energies. Weird. This attack does 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. So basically, and we'll get to it, but one of Mewtwo's abilities in this allows him to transfer energy from one Pokemon to another, but also shell out 160 damage. So if you could do that, and then swap out to Lunatone, who's already like just jacked right up, you could easily shell out, I don't know, if you can put 20, or if you could put like 5 energies on him, you could shell out like 100 and, what's that? 30 times, that'd be like 250 damage. So anyway, we'll keep going. Next up, what do we got? Hatrum. So Hatrum is a stage 1 evolution of Hatena. It is a psychic Pokemon with 80 HP and 2 attacks. First one's Calm Mind. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. And Brutal Swing. 30 plus damage. And that's essentially it's a clone. It doesn't matter. 2 colorless energies is the cost for that one. 1 colorless for Calm Mind. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 30 more damage. So that's how Brutal Swing works. Switch. Psychic Energy. That was a Hatena. I have to go retrieve the Hatena. Okay. Hatena. Anyways, Hatena is a basic psychic type Pokemon with 60 HP. 1 attack, Psyshot for 20 damage at the cost of 1 Psychic Energy. Weak against Darkness, resistance to fighting, and retreat cost of 1. I'd like to point out that that is the weaknesses for all the cards that have been displayed, because I realized I didn't go through them yet. Psychic. Barry. Psychic. Shauna. Psychic. Great Ball. Staryu. Now this one was a surprise to me. I didn't expect to see this in a Psychic type deck. But anyways, Staryu is a basic water type Pokemon with 60 HP. Double Spin is its attack, so 10 times damage. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 10 damage for each heads. And it's got It's the cost of 1 colorless energy. Weak against lightning. Retreat cost, or sorry, resistance of nothing and a retreat cost of 1. Shauna. Hatrum. Hatrum is a Stage 2 Psychic-type Pokemon with 130 HP that evolves from Hatrum. It's the third and final form for Hatena. Has an ability and an attack. The first one is the ability Witch Rondo. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, your opponent switches their active with one of their bench Pokemon. Doesn't say who goes first, and I don't think it matters. Psychic is its second ability, is its actual attack, 30 plus damage for the cost of 2 colorless energies. This attack does 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they've loaded them right up, you pop this thing out and you hit them hard. Psychic weaknesses are the same, so weak against dark, resistant to fighting, retreat cost of 1. Egg Incubator. Psychic. Berry. Psychic. Like I said, decks or these pre-builds have a lot of duplicates. Berry. Hatrum. Psychic. Berry. Berry. Oh, Psychic. Whatever. What am I talking about? Lunatone. Staryu. Lure Module. Incubator. Granddaddy himself for this deck, Mewtwo V. Mewtwo V is a basic Psychic-type Pokemon with 220 health from the Pokemon Go set. It's a promo card, and his attacks are 1 Super Psy Bolt for 50 damage, the cost of 1 Psychic and 1 colorless energy. Transfer Break for 160 damage at the cost of 2 Psychic energies and 1 colorless. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So, yeah, it shells out damage, but you're going to have to keep feeding him in order to keep doing that one. Move an energy from the... Yeah, so weakness, darkness, resistant to fighting, retreat cost of 2. This is a V-Battle card, meaning if he is knocked out, you lose 2 prizes and not 1. Psychic. Psychic. Staryu. Starmie. Now, Starmie is one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm actually really happy to see the U and the me in this deck. But anyways, Starmie is a Stage 1 evolution from Staryu with Psychic type with a 90 HP. First attack is Psychic, which is 10 plus damage, so one Psychic energy later, and you'll do 30 damage more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it really uses your opponent's ability to load themselves with energy, like it uses it against them really badly. So, second attack is Power Gem, which is actually a classic move. Not so much in the games, like the video games, but in the card games, I believe. On the first Staryu card, Power Gem was one of its moves, except in that case, it actually caused, what's it called? Paralysis. I'd have to double check. It's been a long day. Busy day. Weak against darkness, resistant to fighting, retreat cost of 0. Okay. Great Ball. Lure Module. Evolutionary Incense. Energy Switch. Energy Switch, as its name implies, that allows you to move 1 basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. As it sounds. And it's an item card, so you can use as many of those as you want. So if you really want to flip things around, Psychic Energy. It's all this deck's theme seems to be shuffling energy and using energy against your opponent. Indeedee. Indeedee-doo, basic normal type Pokemon with 100 HP. Has 2 attacks. First attack is Helping Hand. For the cost of 1 colorless energy, search your deck for a basic energy card and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Second attack is Psychic. This attack does 20 damage more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So the more I add, the more deadly it becomes. 2 colorless energies is the cost. It's weak against fighting, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Oh, I'm throwing cards across the room. Psychic. Psychic. Indeedy. Hatrum. Minccino. Minccino's a basic normal type Pokemon with 60 HP. 1 attack, Tail Whap for 30 damage at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Weakness is fighting, resistance, nothing, and retreat cost of 1. Oh, I need to drink some coffee or something. God damn. There's that. And that. Got a lot of energies down here. Back to Minccino. Now to Cinccino. Cinccino is a Stage 1 normal type Pokemon with 90 HP. 2 attacks, Slap for 40 damage at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Triple Axle for 50x damage at the cost of 2 colorless energies. Flip 3 coins, its attack does 50 damage for each heads. Weakness to fighting, resistance to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. I think that does it. I think we're going to run into Duplicate Central now. Hatrum. We went through that one. Another Hatrum. Starmie. Bugcatcher. So that kind of concludes the decks themselves. As I mentioned, we'll go through what this particular bundle comes with. So I was really hesitant to buy the bundle because I was like, well, I could just buy the 2 decks separate. I mean, it's a little bit cheaper. But it turns out that you do get a little bit extra for paying about $5 extra. So you get 2 booster packs and a bunch of other stuff. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, on top of all the goodies you're already getting, you get even more. So this bundle is worth it to get the extra. Plus you get the digital card codes to play these decks online. Plus the booster pack codes, so you can get booster packs from these decks. Okay, so let's go through some of the goodies before we go into the card pulls. So we even get some special variants, Pokemon Go variants of special cards. So Professor's Research, for example, it's a Pokemon Go variant of it. So let's go into what this comes with. Okay, so like I said, these come with, each deck comes with its own set of damage counters. I use the dice style ones that come with Elite Trainer boxes. I don't use these ones. My son uses them, but it drives me nuts because he leaves them everywhere. It comes with this sheet. This basically lets you, well, essentially it lets you unlock rewards in Pokemon Go and Pokemon Trading Card Game. And I don't know what they are exactly, but it'd be kind of cool to find out. Okay? You get some nifty little stickers that you can put pretty much anywhere. They are Pokemon Go themed. And that's kind of that's where the goodies kind of stop. I mean, you get the more manuals. You get extra set of manuals and stuff, damage counters, all the basics that you need to play the game, on top of the stickers and the booster packs. So let's get into those booster packs. So we got 2 Pokemon Go themed booster packs. So first up, and each one comes with 10 cards. Same rules apply. Any duplicates we'll skip over. Especially if they were in the deck. Okay, there's the booster card. so let's get into this. First up is Charmeleon. Charmeleon's a stage 1 fire-type Pokemon with 90 HP. Again, Pokemon Go variants. These are all going to be Pokemon Go variants, so I won't be saying that again. Stage 1, that evolves from Charmander. 2 attacks, Scratch for 30 damage at the cost of 1 fire and 1 colorless energy. And then Flamethrower for 100 damage at the cost of 2 fire and 2 colorless, with the typical added caveat of discarding a fire energy from this Pokemon. Weak against water, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Tranquil. Kind of went over that one. Larvitar. Larvitar is a basic fighting type Pokemon, or ground type, whatever you want to swing it. With 60 HP, he has 1 attack, Rock Smash for 10 plus damage. The cost of 1 colorless energy, you flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 more damage. Weak against grass, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Natu. Natu is a basic psychic type Pokemon with 50 HP, 2 attacks. First one is Nap, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon, and Peck for 20 more to deal out 20 damage at the cost of 1 colorless and 1 psychic. Weak against dark, resistance to fighting, and a retreat cost of 1. Ambipom. Ambipom is a basic, a stage 1 evolution of Apom. I don't know. I always called him Apom. Anyways, standard stage 1 evolution of Apom with 90 HP, normal type with 1 ability and 1 attack. The ability is Primate Dexterity. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. Second attack. The attack itself is Full Tilt Fling. 60x damage at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for every heads that you get. So, that's really not bad. At the cost of... So it's weak against fighting, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Slowbro. Slowbro is a basic... basic water-type Pokemon with 70 HP. 2 attacks. 1, hold still, and that allows him to heal 30 damage from that Pokemon at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Second is Ideal Fishing Day. Water energy is with the cost. Put an item card from your discard pile into your hand. Weak against electric, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Totally a strategy card. Oh, nice. Blanche, whoever that is. Blanche is a trainer supporter card. Draw 2 cards. If you draw any cards in this way, flip a coin. If heads, attach water energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. I mean, that's not bad. Supporter card. Can only use 1 per turn. Here's the cool one. Golisopod. Holographic. Evolving from Stage 1 Water Pokemon. 130 HP that evolves from Wimpod. First attack is First Impression. 20 plus damage at the cost of 1 water energy. If this Pokemon moved from your bench to your active Pokemon spot on this turn, this attack does 90 more damage. Second attack is Slash for 100 damage at the cost of 1 water and 1 colorless energy. Weak against electric, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. Unusually, I got a V-Star card that's the whole card. This is one of the card slots has been given to that, and I really don't like that. The other half of Lunatone, Solrock. Solrock's a basic fighting type Pokemon with 1 ability and 1 attack. The ability is Sun Energy. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. It's basically meant to be played together. Spinning Attack is its other ability, the other attack it has, which is 50 damage at the cost of 1 fighting and 1 colorless energy. Lure Module, went over that one, I'm not going to do it again. So unfortunately, yeah, they gave one of the card slots to a V-Star marker, and I don't know why that's significant. I actually severely dislike that. Some of the cards are they're thicker than the other ones. That's so weird. It's like they were cut wrong or something. Anyways, you don't see that too often. Second booster pack, let's see what we get. Now, as I mentioned, same rules apply. We got our digital code card. Great. Okay, so here is the Earth. Anyways, Magikarp. As we know, basics water type Pokemon with 30 HP. Flopping trash, anyways. Two attacks. First one is Lively Grouping at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Search your deck for any number of Magikarp, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Second attack is Raging Fin for 10 plus damage at the cost of 2 colorless energies. This attack does 30 more damage for each Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile. So please throw them away, and I'm going to keep smacking you in the face. Now, Melmetal is an evolved Pokemon, but as a V, we haven't really gone over that. This is Melton. Melton is a basic Steel-type Pokemon with 70 HP. It has one attack, Thunder Shock of all the attacks, 20 damage, and cost of 2 colorless energies. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Weak against fire, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 2. It's actually a pretty high retreat cost for a basic. Eevee. Eevee's a basic normal type Pokemon with 60 HP. It has 2 attacks. Whiny Voice is its first attack at the cost of 1 colorless energy. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. So you get to throw a card away on your opponent, which is kind of a dick move. Tackle for 20 damage at the cost of 2 colorless energies. Weak against fighting, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Okay, Pikachu. Pikachu's a basic electric-type Pokemon, the god of Pokemon to be specific, with 60 HP. It has 1 attack, Buddy Bolt, for 30 plus damage at the cost of 1 lightning energy and 2 colorless energies. If you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 30 more damage. Weak against fighting, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Squirtle. Anyways, Squirtle's a water-type Pokemon, basic with 70 HP, 1 attack, Water Gun, 20 damage at the cost of 1 water energy. He's weak against electricity, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 1. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that's actually pretty sick. That's actually really cool. Very into this. Oh, wow. Okay, they couple the rares in specific areas, so, like, if you pick up one rare, you're usually right beside the other one if there's going to be 2. Anyways, don't have to wait too long for this one. Gyarados. Gyarados is a Stage 1 Water-type Pokemon with 170 HP that evolves from Magikarp, as we just talked about. 2 attacks. First one is Wreak Havoc for the cost of 1 colorless energy. You can flip a coin until you get tails for each heads. Discard the top 2 cards from your opponent's deck. That is actually pretty mean. Second attack is Wild Splash. Ooh, for 230 damage. Cost of 2 water energies and 2 colorless energies. Discard the top 5 cards from your deck. Weak against lightning, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 3. This is why I went, oh wow. Mel Metal V, the other Mel Metal V. His attacks are the same as the other one, so we won't go too into those, but it's the alternate artwork, which is super cool. Weaknesses and resistance and retreat costs, they're all the same, but this is not the promo version. This is the actual print of it. Water energy. Candela. Candela is a supporter trainer card that allows you to draw 2, and if you drew any cards in this way, flip a coin. If heads, attach a fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Ivysaur. Ivysaur is a Stage 1 Grass-type Pokemon that evolves from Bulbasaur. Has 2 attacks. First one is Summoning... Oh, this has 100 HP, by the way. 2 attacks. First one, Summoning Aroma for 1 Grass Energy. And search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck, which could be kind of handy if you're trying to pull the rest of his evolutionary chain or something. Maybe you want to get another one ready. Maybe you have a V-Battle in your deck and you want to pull it. Summoning Aroma. Razor Leaf is the next attack for 60 damage. 1 grass and 2 colorless energies. Weak against fire, resistant to nothing, and a retreat cost of 3. Last up is Spark, basically the mascot character for the Team Instinct, my team, whether people like it or not, I don't really care. Supporter card, trainer, draw 2 cards, and he's basically like Candela, except you draw 2 cards, and if they're If you flip that coin and get heads, you get to attach lightning energy from your discard pile to a bench. So instead of the fire and water elements that we've already seen for this, we now have the other versions. So yeah, okay, I would say for only 2 boosters, not a bad pull. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Mel Metal, Gyarados, and Golisopod, and a V-Star marker card, whatever. So let's go through these variants. So these are the last. This is the last of it. This is the last thing we're going to go over. These variants are basically the Pokemon Go versions of very specific cards, which is super cool. I would like, however, if there's actual Pokemon included, but to my knowledge, it's just trainer cards. Okay, and so yeah, we have some Professor's Research. Professor's Research, there's 3 of them, and basically discard your hand and draw 7 cards. So basically Professor Oak's Research, specifically. Boss's Orders. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, which is funny because you can really screw up plans. Egg Incubator and Lure Module, and we already gone through those, so we're not going to do it again. And then 2 rare candies. Choose one of your basic Pokemon and play. If you have a Stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it, skipping the Stage 1. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic that was just put into play. 2 of those. Not bad. Okay, that's cool. That's not bad. Specialty versions of certain cards is always welcome. So anyways, that kind of concludes this deck review / poll. So thank you for checking out the stream space. I'm Pydera. You can find me over on YouTube, Pydera Space 74, where you're probably watching this right now. And then if you want to catch some of our console streams over on Twitch, Pydera_74. We're actually on our way to do that right now. So anyways, thank you for checking out the stream space, and I'll see you guys next time.